Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got a new video for you, obviously. These were a gift, so we're gonna make these today. These are candle holders, and we're going to use them with polyurethane. I have not used this stuff for the longest time. Today's the day, and I'm gonna show you 3 different ways we can color it successfully. But before that, I have a couple things to say. One, my Facebook group just hit 17,000 members. It's a private group. Thank you guys so much for coming into the community, and we have the best group. Nobody's rude, and if they are, they get kicked out. Thank you, Kimberly, for watching everything for me because I can't do all that. 17,000 people, you guys. That's amazing. So if you're not on the Facebook group, join. There's a link in the description box. The other thing I'm going to say may get me some unsubscribers. However, I feel like it needs to be said. Most of you will probably agree with me. However, some of the international people I might lose today. However, when I did my last giveaway, actually the last 2 giveaways I did, I was given a mold from Into Resin to give away, and I will do it once a month for them. And then I got extra products from Little Windows, and I chose on my own to give them away to you guys. She didn't tell me to do that. So, being said, I'm the one responsible for the shipping to these people, to whoever wins. So I get the shipping cost. I have to go through all the work on the video to give away. I have to do, get the winner. I'm now subscribed and have to pay for a platform to give them away because I can't go through like the one with Into Resin that I did, counting emojis on the screen. I had over 700 entries, you guys. I go through every comment. It is really difficult for me to do that. So I chose to go to another platform and use their link, and they're going to do all the work for me because I can't do it. It's just too much. So I'm so happy to give the things away. However, the international people are a little upset with me because I'm not shipping outside of the US. There's a couple reasons for that. One, I'm responsible for the payment for all the shipping. These companies don't pay me back for shipping. They just provide me with the mold. So had I had 3 winners outside of the US for the Little Windows one, that would have been over $100 out of my pocket for something I didn't even ask to give away. So the way I look at it is there are multiple artists all over the world on YouTube. They should be giving things away as well, and I hope they do so you can enter them because I can't ship out of the US. I do multiple giveaways, and I'm responsible for that. So I had a few people basically tell me that I was wrong and they're unsubscribing and I was a terrible person because I'm not shipping, I'm not including them and all this, that, and whatever. So, I'm going to lose people. I can't please everybody. But I think that they forgot that I'm working 12 hours a day strictly on your videos that you can watch for free. Like, you don't have to pay to watch me. You have to watch ads, but that's not me. That's YouTube. And if you do pay to watch me, you chose to do that as a channel member to help support the channel. You guys, I don't make $1 million a year where I can keep shipping off to the UK or Australia or all those places. I've shipped there many times because the people are paying me to ship there. That's why I know the costs involved. So I just want to apologize to all you international people and give a better explanation because a few people were kind of rude, and whatever, it doesn't bother me. I mean, there's all kinds on my group, but to unsubscribe from me or not watch a video and learn techniques because of that, I think is a little ridiculous. And I hope whoever you guys were actually didn't unsubscribe and you're actually going to learn some more techniques on videos of me. So trust me, you clicking on my video, I maybe get a penny, maybe 2 pennies. So unsubscribing to me doesn't affect a paycheck at all. So just remember, you guys, I'm working really, really hard to get you these. I have a full-time business as well on the back burner. Like, I do my full-time business, and most of you know this. Me and my husband own a business. I go to work every day. I come home and I do this 12 additional hours to make sure you're getting content every single day on my channel, because I love all of you. I mean, you guys are like my resin family. I know all your usernames. I wish I knew your real names. But yeah, it kind of bothered me, but didn't. It only bothered me for a minute, and I moved on. But for those of you international who did stick around because they weren't included, thank you. I apologize, but I hope you're getting, you know, some great instruction when I don't mess up the video, that is, in the free YouTube videos that I am providing for you. So that being said, we are going to make these 3. I did a testing video, which you should probably go watch. I will link it at the very end of this one. Me and Dawn, when this polyurethane came out, me and Dawn did a video together quite a long time ago, over a year ago, and we tested all different kinds of things in polyurethane. A lot did not work. Some of them did work. I went back to that video because I forgot I haven't used this in so long to see what worked and what didn't work, so I didn't do it today. So if you want to know what doesn't work, make sure you watch that video because it's very eye-opening. Some of them were boiling over, and I did ruin that mold, by the way. If you did see that video, it got ruined. I'm going to do 3 things today. The first one, I'm going to mix mica powder, and I haven't used this one yet. I just bought it. It's from Unicorn Art, and it's Violets Are Blue. So I'm going to mix mica powder in one of them. I'm going to paint on this intense chameleon powder. This one is called Deep Blue, and it's pretty full, so I don't know that I've ever used it. And then we're going to mix in Cast and Craft. I picked the green one. This was given to me from a viewer because they weren't using it, and I was asking if anybody knew of any other colors that I didn't have, and she was really, really nice and sent me her green one because she wasn't using it either. So we're going to do this one at a time. These are Let's Resin molds, and they say how much they hold. It's kind of hard to see, but this one holds 7.2 ounces. This one is 5.1. And this one is 7.5. So I am going to mix up a little bit more than they say. So I need to go grab a few molds I don't mind ruining just in case I'm wrong for some reason today. So I'm going to mix up extra so we'll have a few extras to give away. So let me grab those and get them handy, and then we're going to mix up one at a time. I grabbed a few flower molds. Hopefully we don't ruin them. So those are just going to be on standby. So the first one I'm going to do is the mica powder. We're going to mix this in. Now, if you don't know what polyurethane resin is, it's really, really, really hard when it's cured, and it cures in 10 minutes. So you have to be very quick, and you have to mix. You can mix for like 1 to 2 minutes, I think. Once it starts getting warm into my hands, I pour it right away. So we're going to do this one. This is 7.5, so I'm going to do 8 ounces. And the way you mix in color in something like this is you pour half of it, you're 1 to 1. So I'm going to do 4 ounces of A and 4 ounces of B. But before I pour in the B, I'm going to get color mixed in. That way you have plenty of time to mix whatever it is that you're working with into the resin. So I'm going to put, and this dries white, opaque white. So you need a hefty dose of color if you are going to color it. Otherwise you're going to get, and I probably will get like a little bit lighter of this shade. I don't think I'm going to get this actual shade. So make sure you just don't put your second part in until this is completely and utterly mixed in the way you want it. I hope it doesn't change shade. I didn't think it changed shade on that original video that we did so long ago. So let's just hope it doesn't do it again. And this isn't the same brand mica powder. So let's hope this mica powder isn't different. As the other one I used was eye candy. And the eye candy came out beautifully in the mold. I just want to wipe that off. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish filling this. I'm at the 4. I'm going to go to 8. And measure as accurately as you can. So now I'm just going to, it's like water. It's not hard to mix. And I'm just going to keep mixing until it gets really warm in my hand. So it's already starting to get warm. But I'm going to keep mixing until it gets really warm, because once it starts getting hot, it's going to cure right in the cup. And I want to make sure I can get it mixed as much as I possibly can with the time they're allowing me to do it. That's a really pretty color. Okay, it's getting warmer. A little warmer. I'm not going to wait till it gets super hot. I will pour it first. Okay, now it's time to pour. It's getting pretty warm. I'm just going to try to pour slowly so I don't incorporate any bubbles. However, I highly doubt there will be, because this stuff is like water, like I said. And hopefully I can get it into here and the other mold before it starts curing in my cup. And it probably will cure faster being this deep, to be honest with you. Oh, this might take the whole 8. Just about. I might get a couple little flowers. I'm just going to pour them in real quick before I lose it. And I don't think I have enough for 2, but I'm going to pour it in one anyway. So I'm not going to reuse the cup because it's going to cure in my cup. So I will get a brand new cup for the next color. I'm just going to, I know you can't see what I'm doing over here. I'm just getting these into the mold properly. I wonder if I could spray this with alcohol. I don't know. Oh yes, you can. Look at that. It popped all those bubbles on the back. That's cool. And it's probably going to start curing. I'll put you on a time lapse real quick. That was literally a couple minute time lapse, really quick. And it's already hard. It's hot, but I did notice it came out of my mold a little bit. So hopefully the trimming won't look too horrible to get that off and we won't see it. Now it is very hot in my hand. So although it's cured, we can't take it out until it cools down. So for the second one, this one holds 5.1 ounces, it says. I'm going to do the chameleon powder on this one. And just get this powder all around as best that I can. Hopefully it's not streaky as it had been in the past, but I haven't done this mold yet, so I hope it doesn't streak on this mold. And this powder goes a long way. I mean, that was like one little bit on my brush, and it's gonna probably do this entire thing. So don't think like, that container's so tiny, why would you buy it? No, this stuff will last a long time. It's actually going to do this whole entire mold, which is shocking. I just need to get it into the other areas. So let's hope. And the last time in the other video that I'm going to link, I didn't use the Intense. So if something goes awry, I just used regular mica powders. Today I'm choosing to use the Intense to see what we get, but it should be the same thing. Wow, that one little brush went on the entire thing. Hopefully it doesn't look streaky, like I said. I'm going to go and dump this. Well, I really want it back in my bottle now. I got a bunch left. Let me go find a soft brush. Some people mentioned to use a soft brush to not get the streaks. Let me see if I have one that's clean. I have this makeup brush, but they probably meant to put it on with this makeup brush. So I could have totally screwed it up, but we'll know for next time. But yeah, that does look pretty in there. I don't see streaks, but I don't know. That's why I don't like painting my molds with mica powder. I never get it right. Sometimes it comes out okay, but... All right, so for this one, let me just wipe my surface here. I don't want this powder everywhere. It says, I'm gonna do 6 ounces because it says 5.1. Just move this stuff so I don't get powder all over myself later. So we'll do 6 ounces and just pour it in. We don't need to color it or anything. But I guess you can if you don't want to see a white bottom. We can color it if you'd like to. Let me think. What can I color it? Which would I color it with? Should I do a blue? Maybe I'll use the Cast and Craft blue, because I know the Cast and Craft worked in there. So maybe I'll color it so we have a colored bottom and not a white bottom. Oh, look at this one. Completely solid, still hot. All right, so let me get a, what did I say, 6 ounces? So we're gonna do 3 ounces. And then I'm gonna color it and then put B in. Plus the color will help with my extras, so they're not just plain white polyurethane resin. I'm gonna put a nice squeeze of that. Like I said, it's going to cure white, so we want to counter that white with some color. And this is a really pretty cobalt blue. It's one of my favorite color blues of anything that I have to color resin with. Actually, here's that. It's so pretty. Maybe I'll do another squirt just to make sure we're gonna get blue. And then we're gonna put 3 ounces of B in. Let me get my stick out. A little bit more. All right. And then again, we're just going to stir till it's hot. And then I will put you on another time lapse. It probably goes really quick, although I won't know till I edit the video, but maybe I'll have to slow it down a little bit so it's not so quick. I don't know. It's getting warm already. If you guys don't like to wait for epoxy, this is a good solution. And a good solution on what to color it with, so you don't always have to have a white project. You just got to be quick, that's all. And I mean, you don't have like 20-40 minutes to play around with it, but you're not like super duper rushed that you got to quick mix and pour, because like I said, this is real time and this is how long I'm mixing it for. So now I'll just pour it in. And the 99% alcohol that I use is popping the bubbles. This one I'm not going to fill all the way to the top like I did. I domed the last one, and that's what happened. It started curing coming out of the mold. So I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to pour this into a couple of molds on the side and see what these come out looking like. I got 4 little flowers out of this one. Well, 4.5. So maybe I will pour the rest and fill the rest of that one up from the next batch. I don't think, well, actually, I don't know if polyurethane sticks to polyurethane. I don't think it does, but I'm not quite sure. I guess we're gonna find out in this mold here. So let me spray it, pop the bubbles, and stick you on a time lapse. And just like that, 5 minutes, it looks like this. And it is rock solid and super duper hard. Look at brand new mold. I've got powder all over it. All right, I'm gonna move that aside, and now we're gonna do the green. And this holds 7.2 ounces, so I'm gonna do 8. And again, I'm gonna start with A, color it, and then pour. What did I say, 8? So I'm gonna do 4. I just wanna put my little lids back on before I don't wanna spill anything around here. Pop that little security lid back in there. And then move it off my desk. And then we're going to use this one, which I have not used in resin yet. I don't know. Do I need to cut the top? Oh, I don't think it's been used. Looks like it has been, but maybe it hasn't. I can't get anything out. Let me try to get a needle down there. I'm not sure what's hindering it, so I just took the little nozzle off. I'm just gonna pour some in there. Ooh, that looks like a really pretty color. Let me just pop this back on so I don't lose it. Not quite sure what the deal is, but it wasn't coming out of the spout. Maybe it's clogged up inside there, but I didn't have time to mess around with that. So, going to skip that part. Oops. Oh, that's not very deep of a color, is it? I wonder if this is gonna come out green. Let me just shake this real quick. And I'm gonna, oh, let's see if it'll squeeze. Nope, won't squeeze. I just pulled this thing off by pushing it to the side. I'm gonna put some more color in. I don't want to do too much because that might stop it from curing too, but what a mess I'm making. Let me just wipe this off, guys, sorry. Whoops. I like that color though. I was going for like peacock type colors that would go together, so I can get this as a set out on eBay for you, and if it stays that color, that would be really pretty with that purple and the blue. Like I said, it was lightening up when you cure it, so let me get my part B in here, and that is going to be another 4 ounces. And mix. Get that here. I mean, the deeper you pour it, the faster it's going to cure. Probably just the same as resin. I mean, epoxy resin. Because this seems to be getting warmer quicker than it did for the smaller amounts that I was mixing. And my little air purifier has, I don't have it on auto so you can hear me, but it's picking up VOCs from this stuff. So if you guys have masks, wear masks in your room. Okay, it's getting warm, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour. I like that color, but I know it's gonna end up lighter. Come on, get in there. And the other one did not come up and over like the first one, so if you do use this with colors, try not to dome them. Then you won't have all that trimming. That's all I'm going to do in there, and I have like an ounce left. Yep, I have an ounce left, so let's do a couple of different flowers with this. And I'll just make some keychain, or not keychains, some magnets, and give these away. Got 4 of them. You know what? I'm gonna pour some on the back of this blue flower and see if it sticks to each other. Just wondering. I think I'm gonna do that to this purple one too. And then one more. Perfect. Perfect amounts. So we still got extras even though we're using a different resin today. All right, time lapse time. It's been like 30 minutes. They're still a little bit warm, but they're solid as a rock. So I don't think we're gonna have a problem. So let's just take out the extras. It'll give me an extra minute and they pop right out. So there is our answer where I don't even need to see that. So that cast and craft worked fine. Of course it lightened, which is, I told you what happened because of the white. But there are no bubbles in this stuff because it's like water. So I'm just going to probably just make a few little, I don't know, embellishments on these, and I'll put some magnets on the back and give them away with my orders. All of those came out great. I just have one little spot and that came right off. So those came out nice. These two I put the backs on, so, and they do stick to each other. Now I know you can pour resin or epoxy on the back of this once this is cured, but you cannot pour the polyurethane on cured resin. That won't stick if I'm understanding correctly. So these are sticking together just fine. You got a little pieces there, but you can layer them, no problem. And here is the purple mica powder. And then here is the blue cast and craft. So it definitely lightened up a lot. A couple bubbles on that one. But these seem to be good. So cool. There you go. We don't have any disaster reactions that I wasn't expecting. So let's, they're all about the same warmth. This one's deeper, so it's still warm. Let's see if we can get this one out. And hope I got a good brush on with that mica powder. I feel like I'm cheating you because I didn't wait like 6 hours to demold. That looks good. It worked really nice. Look at that. You got your color change. It's so pretty. There's a few like little bubbles there, but that's where your candle goes, so it doesn't matter. We'll just trim this up. There's your blue underneath instead of white, so I guess it didn't matter because it didn't stay dark. And then here is the cast and craft green. There we go. Two little bubbles on that edge. I'm surprised. They're really, really tiny though. They're not bad at all. But look at that shine. It is so solid. It's amazing. This stuff amazes me all the time. So that is cool. This one needs trimming. Oh gosh, I hope I can get it out of the mold because it came up and over the edge. Might have to move a few things. And I probably will need some alcohol. I'm just gonna get it out from underneath that spot. I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to trim it yet. Like I said, I rarely use this stuff. I might need a Dremel, which I do have, but I have it outside. I don't do that in here. Ah, that worked. There is our purple mica powder. Oh, look at that. We got like that's probably powder that didn't get mixed, but that actually looks really kind of cool. It looks marble effect. I like that. I don't have any bubbles that I can see. Just wondering how am I going to fix this? 'Cause I'm telling you, when I say it's solid, it's solid. Solid as a rock. I might have to chip away at it, but I wish I didn't over pour it. So yeah, I'll fix it. I will fix it somehow. Let me grab some candles if they're handy. Here's one. pretty sure you can do real candles in this stuff. I know you cannot do real candles in epoxy. Do not do that. Use like your powdered ceramic resins or this stuff. I'm pretty sure this stuff is safe, but double check because like I said, it's been quite a long time. But they fit in there. They covered the little bubbles that I had. So there you go. Let me get you some pictures, but before that, let me try to figure out the best way to do this. These two are pretty good. I wonder if a tool like this will work. I don't want to scratch it. Yeah, that's going to scratch it. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go grab Dawn's Dremel. See how I scratch that? Not happy about that, but this one actually, I'm just gonna soften up this edge. I could have poured it a little bit higher, but I was nervous to do that, so I didn't do that. So you can either fill it in with some UV resin maybe, but I'm just gonna soften it down maybe with some sandpaper and try to fix this. I will embellish these a little bit, maybe go over the edges. I don't know. I'll come back in just a second and I'll tell you what I did. If you put rhinestones down, you have to get this tool. This was given to me as a gift recently, and now that I know how to hold it correctly, I love this thing. I am so shocked how comfortable it is to put your rhinestones on. So I just wanted to say that. Here's the extras. Here's 2 daisies that I just put some gold on. And then 1 tulip. I just highlighted everything and I put magnets on the back of all of them. So I put silver on some of them and gold on some of them. So these will go out in some packages for your refrigerators. Now, Don always has a solution for me, you guys. All the time. That's why I always go to him. So remember how horrible the bottom of this one looked? Look at it now. It is absolutely 100% perfect. So first we took a Dremel. Well, he did. I was supervising, of course. He took a Dremel and I'm like, it looks okay. Like I could salvage it. However, I go, don't you have a belt sander? And he's like, yeah. I go, what if you belt sanded that? So he flipped his belt sander over this way so the sandpaper was up, and he held it and he just kind of sanded down this edge to absolutely perfect. So it was so salvageable. That's why I went ahead and put the rhinestones on it. And then he goes, you did other ones? I go, yeah, I did 3 of them. I go, but this was the worst one. I go, actually, can you do the other 2 to match? So I have no trimming. So he just belt sanded the bottom of these. And then I put complimentary rhinestones on that one. And the same thing with this one. And he did the bottom for me. So there's no more scratched edge. It's perfectly flat. It looks gorgeous. So I think I will just sell these as a set now that I feel more comfortable that they're done properly. So I hope you learned something, what you can put in. I'm sure there's other things you can put in. And if you know of other things you can put in polyurethane resin, please put them in the comments for those, because I know a lot of you read the comments. as you're watching the video. So yeah, definitely put your suggestions in there if you have tried it, not if you haven't tried it and you don't know, because polyurethane does not react well with a lot of things. So I will get you guys some pictures. Thanks for joining me. Whoever is left, subscribe to my channel after I got off my soapbox. Again, don't feel bad for me. I'm good. Nothing bothers me more than a minute. So I will see you guys later. You have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.